All right, what's going on, everyone? It's Sheila Matthews with Andscapes. You're tuned into B-Sides, and today I'm joined by the one and only legendary Hit Boy. What's going on?
What up? What up? How you doing?
Doing well. We were talking through it's fall, but it feels like summer, so
Yeah, that's
every
always good.
right,
Little
yeah.
sun outside.
We'll take a little bit more of summer, but we have to start with everything that you have going on. I mean, you've always been on such a powerful and incredible run when it comes to music and just evolving in the industry, both musically, personally, professionally. And now we got to start with where you are right now. Goldfish, you and the Alchemist, whenever you
Yeah,
two link up, it's always a moment, and we're here for it. We love it. So, talk to me a little bit about the moment that you two are creating right now.
yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we just really stepping into that role, just as artists and leveling up on the production. Just linking with Alchemist, I get to learn so much. You know what I mean? He's been doing this for a long time. Even I've been doing it for 20 years, but he's been doing it even longer than me. So, I get to really be a student and just like see his process and see like the way he just makes the music sound like you got this like warmth when you listen, whether it's on the phone in the car, like it sounds like you listening to it on vinyl. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like it's a real lock in. But yeah, no, Goldfish. Next level, man. Just like a stepping stone to where I'm trying to get to. Making my own films and putting films to albums. Like we have an album that's going with the movie, so it's like that's kind of like the world I'm pushing into.
Yeah, for sure. And we're definitely going to get into that because that sounds so cool. So we're really always excited to see visuals that are, different. Like, of course, we love a good music video, but just more of a visualizer, something that tells the story beyond the music is always cool. But when it came to the music specifically, what inspired this for both of you?
Man, just loving what we do and just seeing how people like when we put our first song out, which was Slipping in the Darkness, the reaction, got a lot of views, a lot of comments, a lot of reactions. And, Alchemist was like, bro, we got to keep it going. We both said, we got to keep it going. And we end up just making the album just naturally, just organic.
Yeah. So the film, the music, they're both accoutrements. We love to see that. Together, what story are you hoping that the visuals tell that the music can't, or that the music will tell that the visuals can't alone?
Yeah, it's crazy because the movie got like this dark. It's still comedic, but it's like some dark undertones. But then the album is pretty much all like soulful, warm, good feeling. So it's gonna be like a good juxtaposition. But it's like I don't know how to explain it. The movie is warm as well, but it's got like a lot more darkness than the album got. So it's like I feel like it's gonna be a world where it just clash and people gonna like put their own take on it.
Yeah. And I mean, we love this era of Hit Boy the actor. So I'm always curious when people step into that lane, how did you prepare? Like, what space did you get into? How did you approach how you're portraying the role in Goldfish?
To be honest, I didn't even know what we was getting into. I know we was doing something, but I'm like, man, until you get there, you don't really understand. Like I never like did like a role this extensive. I've been in like a couple little things, like, but this is like the most talking I've had to do. So basically, I just figured it out once we got there. Then once we started seeing edits and seeing how it was like the tempo and the movement of the movie, I started to understand more. So like on the next one, I'm gonna definitely lock in and know my lines and really get into a character.
Perfect. I love that. I think it's always about like evolution and growth. So it's like, you walk into things you don't know what to expect, but you learn as you go. I think that's the most
Uh,
authentic experience, especially on screen.
Man, that's my whole career, just learning as I go. You know what I mean? On the business side, the music side, man, as much stuff as I've done, I just been throwing paint at the wall, just hoping something stick. Now I'm more like sharpshooting and I'm more just like dialed into exactly how I want things to be portrayed.
Yeah, I mean, look, even throwing paint at the wall, but it's been sticking. It's been sticking. It's
Uh,
get into that too, because when you just think about also your creative process and just freedom and evolution in those ways, I know, like you mentioned, this experience is different as most are because you're walking into them and trying things for the first time. But I think a part of that also comes into what you've recently stepped into, as well as being free from your publishing deal, which you've been vocal about. And I think that's great because there's so many artists, there's so many producers who needed to hear that
yeah.
and understand that. So you were in a publishing deal for around 18 years, and the deal, as a lot have said, has been like one of the worst or predatory deals in a way that lawyers have seen. So actually, now that you're free from that, what does that newfound freedom, especially in music and your creative process, mean to you?
I just feel like a whole new person. You know what I mean? Like I just realized a lot about my last 10, 15 years in this business. Just like I was kind of just working from a different place, like kind of desperation, kind of not trying to go back to Section 8. You know what I mean? It's not trying to, just, man, just want to be in that place where I could take care of my people. You know what I mean? And now it's like, I got this like sense of calm, like, okay, I got more of a grip on life, more of a I just got, man, my freedom is literally like I got out of prison, man. You know what I mean? Mentally, I was locked down. I just like could only think about that no matter how much success I had. It was just in the back of my mind, like, damn, like, how can I get out this deal? Like, what is it gonna take? What bigger song do I gotta make than niggas in Paris? What bigger song do I gotta make than, you know what I mean? Sicko mode, whatever. It's like, it's crazy. But yeah, just have being free, I feel like a new man.
Yeah. And like when you think about creating and like the creative process in relation to freedom and not feeling like you have control, how did that hinder, if anyways, because I mean, like I said, you've given us generational classics that we'll always hear, whether it's like millennials hear it 20 years from now, we're gonna be like, oh, like every time the beat drops. So
Yeah,
did that impact the way that you were creating? Because it kind of sounds like you were in a place of survival versus like free
yeah,
expression.
exactly. Now, for sure. I mean, that's why you get, six Nas albums in 3 years, 80 songs released. You know what I mean? People was like looking at that like, bruh, how did you get Nas to drop all of these albums? But I just like, once I felt that zone and we was tapped in, it's like I just dialed in and that's what I do. You know what I mean? And it's like also just like, man, I got something got to stick, something got to go crazy so I can get out this situation.
Yeah. And when you were creating from that place, and then you would, in your words, throw paint at the wall, and then it stuck, and it stuck well. How did you feel? Because I know that had to be like a dichotomy of sorts, like, oh, but it's also like, wow, like this is great to feel,
Yeah,
recognize.
for sure. No, it's been every emotion, man. Up, down, sad, fucking depressed, but just still like having that hope and just knowing that okay, during this process, my talent level has grown immensely. You know what I mean? And it's still growing. It's still like I'm getting more sharp. So, it's it all worked out, man. At the end of the day, like
Yeah.
it just had to happen how it happened.
Yeah. So, I mean, now that you're moving independently and in this new space, have you or will you ever consider selling your catalog or maybe like entering a deal or your own type of deal in the future for other artists?
And we talking about a whole lot of stuff right now, but it's like it just got to be everything I want. You know what I mean? I can't just like just do anything. It got to be like spot on to like where I see myself going and just like the business I want to get done.
No, I feel that because I feel like in any industry, it's like when you really get down to it, it's like, no, for me to sign this, especially in these times, it has to be everything I want and everything that helps my growth.
Yep,
But you don't know what you don't know until you know it. So when you
exactly.
think back on that 19-year-old who was there and signed that deal, what would you tell him?
Man, like you got it, bro. You don't got to stand next to nobody. You don't got to be up under nobody. Like people rock with you just off top. Like you know what I mean? It's like just even my confidence level is just like not fully understanding who I was as a human, you know what I mean? Just like my power and just like how great, I've been because I've been putting in the work to be great, but it's like just man, just be patient. Like you ain't gotta trip off none of this shit. You're gonna get everything that's due to you.
For sure. And you are. And you kind of touched on like the mental health aspect of the industry and like being in deals and it's the pressure, the pace, the politics, all of those things definitely factor in
Yeah,
to our emotional and mental health.
yeah.
So how are you navigating all those feelings during that time?
Man, it was a roller coaster for real. Like I mean, I feel like it's certain relationships that I used to have that might have got tarnished because I just couldn't see clearly. You know what I mean? Just with it's like, man, I'm a part of Travis Scott's biggest song. I don't really talk to him. You know what I mean? I'm a part of Kanye's second diamond record, his second biggest song ever. I don't talk to him. Like that don't even make sense. You know what I mean? It's like, but it is what it is. Whatever happened, it was stuff on both of our parts. But just like I feel like I would have played the game a lot different and kept certain relationships if I wasn't just like in this place of survival and just understanding like, oh, these people rock with you because you talented, you that dude, you fucking do what you do, you know?
Yeah. And I think that's like interesting that you touched on that too, because whenever we talk to, emerging and different artists and we do these interviews in addition to super established legends, it's like a lot of people who have realized I've talked to who are like the younger, like Gen Z crowd, they think that when you make an album or a record with a person, especially if it goes like triple platinum, you win Grammys, that you two are like best friends or you two like always talk. So that's not always the case in the industry.
Nah, definitely not, for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, now that you are exiting survival mode, but still in grind mode, what are you doing to kind of like slow down and like relearn the joy that creating brings you?
Man, it just kind of just eased in, you know what I mean? It's like, man, it just hit me like, damn, I really got my freedom now. I can do whatever I want to do. I could drop when I want to drop and just turn up,
Yeah. Yeah. And like navigating that too, especially like as an artist and like young artists, has to be difficult. And now we're seeing like an influx of different record labels supporting artists' mental health and providing therapists like LVRN. Like a lot of different labels are providing that as
Yeah.
a service
Okay.
for artists. Like, how do you feel about that? Do you think that that's something that more labels or artists should start to ask for, or like seek when they're entering the industry?
I think just in general, beyond the industry, just as a person, you should want to express yourself in a free manner. It's like I've had a lot of betrayal and a lot of backbiting, and thought people was my real homies, telling them personal things, and they go run off and tell a bunch of other people. And it's like with a therapist, you can talk about your real life and not have them go repeat it to everybody. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm so happy you touched on that. Like, I think sometimes the aspect of therapy can be a bit overwhelming or just like understanding that, like, at the end of the day, it is their job to help you see the things that you can't see. But I'm happy that you touched on that because I am a huge advocate. Me and my therapist
Yeah.
love each other down. Like, she gets me through some things.
Well, not for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good tool to have.
Yeah. And so we just think about like who you are as a complete person, even outside of just being Hit Boy the producer, Hit Boy the rapper, Hit Boy the actor. You're also Hit Boy the father. So I'm really curious with how fatherhood has played into your creative process, how you approach music, how you approach wellness, and just show up in the world.
No, it's funny because literally right now, like 10 seconds ago, I just got a FaceTime. My son is starting his first day of like actual school. So I'm literally skipping that moment to talk right now. You know what I mean? It's just like a never ending process. But yeah, man, having a son is it's amazing for real. Like I'm learning from him, like seeing like how he got just certain characteristics and traits. Like his perseverance is like just crazy. Like he's starting to play basketball, so he's been training. And it's like he gets to these points where it's like, okay, I made 10 shots. I need to make two, three more. I need to make five more. And he won't stop until he makes those shots. And it's like, that's motivating to me.
Yeah. And wow, first of all, oh my gosh, like happy first day to him. Oh, and just
Mhm.
thank you, especially again for taking the time. And you think about too, like that concept of balance, right? And we see that a lot, especially with parents. It's like there are moments where it's kind of like, I wish I could clone myself and be in two places
Yeah.
at once. So how do you approach even the idea of balance of being there for those moments, but still continuing to craft out your lane and your career?
I just dedicate my time that I have, and I know I got the time to be with him. And even if I have to go do a video or interview or take him to the studio, like I just keep him with me. I didn't get that time. My dad was locked up at that age, so I missed out on a lot of years with him. So when I see my son, it's like literally I'm getting to raise myself again. Like when I see him, it's literally like a little light skinned version of me. You know what I mean? Like he looked just like me when I was 5 years old. So it's like, damn, I get to give him the life that I wanted.
Yeah, and children have a funny way of holding a mirror up to parents. And you get to see things like you said, like you see a younger, in some ways different but similar version of yourself. What has fatherhood taught you or shown you about yourself that you might not have realized before?
Man, that I needed more patience. That man, it's like this is it's bigger than me. You know what I mean? It's like I'm setting up for his future now. So I was like, put a different battery in your back.
Yeah. So I also want to transition into back to your industry and your work because I think what's really dope is that you don't only create music, you create moments. And we think about that when it comes to different sports partnerships that you've had as well. You've tapped in with the DoorDash, Knicks campaign, like that
Yeah.
was super fire, Madden 23. When those opportunities come, we're able to mix sports and culture and music. How do you approach those and what typically makes you say yes to those moments?
Man, that's me. Shit, I played sports. I played basketball, baseball, football, till I was like, till I start making beats. You know what I mean? And that's just in me. Like I grew up off that, like listening to music, and it was all sports and music for real for me. So that's like second nature.
Yeah. And I think it's funny because something that we always talk about just in our newsroom and stuff is how athletes and rappers and artists, it's just like this fun, like bridging of a world all the time. What do
Yeah.
you think draws these two different industries together in such a close way?
I mean, most of the people come from the same areas, you know what I mean? Like people making it out the hood, hooping or rapping or whatever, singing. Like it's just I don't know, it's just like where we come from.
Yeah. And with you playing sports and then also doing music, have you seen any similarities or some things that you've taken lessons that you learned in sports growing up and like you apply that to either your work ethic or how you approach creating now?
Yeah, I mean, just collaboration, so it's no different from a team. Like they got to collaborate to get that W. They got to make it work. Everybody play their position. So yeah, definitely just making sure everybody is just locked in on what they got to do so the whole ecosystem works.
Yeah. And I mean, look, you've mastered evolving even when situations don't seem favorable. And we're all seeing the industry shift in real time from streaming to everything else. So I'm just really curious, how do you feel like artists and producers are more empowered now, if they are? And what are some of the old systems that you think are still holding people back when it comes to the music industry?
Shit, holding people back. I mean, contracts for sure, and then yeah, because like I be having homies that's like got deals, and they'll see me dropping all this music independent and be like, damn, bro, it take me forever just to get one song out. Like it's annoying to them, you know what I mean? And it's like, damn, I couldn't imagine that. So just like it's a new day. I don't know, even like there's not a lot of rap songs on the charts right now. So
Yeah.
it's like a good time for a reset. It's time for somebody to come through with a sound that's authentic, that just is saying something. Like it's just a wide open lane for urban music, I feel like right now.
No, yeah, I agree because it was an interesting like debate that we were kind of closely following this summer and maybe the last two summers. Are people are saying that we didn't get a song of the summer, like we're not getting songs of the summer like we used to anymore.
Yeah,
And it's just kind of like when you think about the charts to your point, it's like, well, when you start looking at what's there, it's like, wait, we're missing something right now from like the biggest genres nationally or internationally.
yeah.
Which I think is interesting. So, when you think about collaboration now, like we mentioned before, collaboration sometimes came from obligation, but now collaboration can look different from you. When you're looking for artists to collaborate with, whether it's the Alchemist or otherwise, what are you looking for that's going to make you say yes or make you want to be like, you know what, like this is something that I want to approach? Are you more so focused on you two both being completely aligned artistically, or is it also just like holistically as well,
It's
who they are?
it's instinct for me. Like if I like somebody's music and I hear their song and I play it a couple times and I'm like put in my rotation. I'll be pretty much down to work with them. You know what I mean? It's like I like working on people that just motivate me. It's not about a level of fame or like what type of money I can get from a situation. If I'm genuinely inspired, I'm gonna do some shit with whatever, whoever. And it's like I got an album coming out with my boy Spank Nitty James. He from Hemet, California. He from the Inland Empire. I came up out there. We actually tapped in through another artist that used to be signed to me named Price. And we putting out a whole album 1 week before me and Alchemist Goldfish. We putting out an album called Yeast Talking, and it's like basically like a mixtape. It's like 23 songs. We got different street rappers on there like Rio the Young OG, Baby Tron. We got AZ Chike on there. We got Lefty Gunplay.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
so yeah, just like kind of something to just warm the people up because I didn't drop music like this whole year up until like July. So
Yeah.
like I just been kind of unloading since July, just nonstop. So I'm about to drop this album, this tape album, whatever with Spank Nitty. Then we dropping the Goldfish with Alchemist a week later. So I'm just like I'm on one.
Oh, that's fire. Like everyone you just, I can just hear it. Like that's gonna be fire. And look, I'm always an advocate of We need people to come to cities. Like DC is itching. DC is itching for music right now. We're itching for the concerts, for
Mm.
production. So I'm just
Yeah,
throwing,
we gotta get out there.
yeah, y'all gotta make it to DC. So in closing, with everything you've learned, the freedom, the growth, the balance, what's next for you, both creatively and personally? Like I know we just mentioned the tapes, but aside from that, like creatively, are there ways that you're looking to like push, maybe evolve your sound? You're gonna dive more into acting. You're gonna see more Hit Boy on the screen beyond this? Like what are you thinking?
Man, I'm doing everything. You know what I mean? I'm funding well, my projects. I'm producing my projects, like whatever, like films, like albums, and just like really, what I want to do is create something that's like specific for producers, like computer wise, to like really like, because we got to use like gaming computers and stuff like that. Like I really want to make a computer that's strictly for producers, that makes the job just strictly fun. Like it's all the sounds you would need, implement some AI stuff, and
Yeah.
just like really like just cater to producers and just really make the job like a fun process.
For sure, for sure. Well, we look forward to everything that you're doing. We also look forward to Goldfish. We can't wait to tap in and tell our audience to tap in as well. Thank you so much for your time today.
Definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.